In this video, we'll cover how to edit shapes in Sketch. So let's start by creating a new rectangle shape, and over here, now there's two ways by which you can edit the actual rectangle shape. The first one is by double clicking, and as you can see, the corners now are circles. Or the second option is to use the return key. So if you click on it, you can see that again we enter into edit shape mode. So as you can see over here, this first circle has a bigger stroke than these other ones, and the reason being is that this one is selected. So if, for example, we want to select this one instead, you can simply click on it, and if you want to select multiple, you can simply press the shift key, and at the same time you can hover over the ones that you want to be selected. So in these selections, these two are going to be selected, and if I just create this selection over here, just these two are going to be selected. So let's select only this one, and at this point let's actually cover some of the Bezier options, which you can access by double clicking on the point. And as you can see, now this point became a Bezier curve, and you can literally either click and drag it over here, and you can adjust the location and position of the point, or you can also use these handles at the edges. And as you can see, we can literally create different shapes and adjust them. And over here on the right, you can see that there's different point types. So if we select the straight, basically we're going back to a straight edges. If we select back this option here, which is the mirrored, you're gonna see that the mirrored selections is updated. And let's explore these other two. The first one is the disconnected. And what the disconnected allows us to do is to basically adjust the one of these points in a way that it's not affected by the other one. So if we go back in the mirrored, actually let me undo this. Let's select the mirrored over here. If you go back in the mirrored, you can see that as I adjust one of these points, the other one will adjust accordingly, but the disconnected allow us to basically let them move independently. And if we select this last option, which is the asymmetric, you can see that it's similar to the mirrored, but what asymmetric allows us to do is to actually modify one point, the length of one point, in a different way from the other one, so that the other one won't be affected. Now, one last thing that I want to cover is the radius. And if you select here and go edge again, and if you select all of the points and go on the right, you can see that there is this radius option over here. And if we add more radius, you can see that the edges are going to be smoother and curved. And basically these options allow us to set the amount of radius that the shape will have. And I use this tool all the time, especially when dealing with UI and web projects in which maybe I have a button that needs a specific radius. And so this is how I would adjust it. So you can either use this input over here, or add directly a number over here. And once you're done with it, you can simply click on finish editing, or you can click outside the actual shape, and you can see that as now it's going to be unselected. Now, one last thing I want to cover in this lesson is the open path. And that basically allow us to leave the path open. So in this case, if we basically have this path which is an open side, and if you want to close it, you can go on close path again, and here we go, finish editing, and we're all good to go. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.